Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another video. Unfortunately, I had a bunch of USB issues, so my camera has to remain off for this flight just because I had no more USB space and I needed a USB for my throttle and for my my god, what are they called? The rudder pedals. So unfortunately, we do not have a face cam for tonight's flight, but I was determined to do this flight no matter what. I just got done working 10 hours today at the airport and bought this plane on my lunch break on my laptop. I was able to buy this plane online, so I was able to get the plane before they stopped letting people purchase the plane. So luckily I was able to install it pretty quickly by the time I got home. And yeah, we're going to be doing the United inaugural flight. So back in 1995, United Airlines is actually the first airline to fly the 777-200ER. It was actually registration November 777 Uniform Alpha, which I believe is still in service today. So that's the oldest 777-200ER in the world. So if you ever see it in the wild, or if you ever somehow fly on it, you'll know that that's the longest living 777-200ER in the world. So we're in the battleship Gray livery. This is the livery that they used back in the day. We're going to be flying up to Chicago O'Hare. There is ATC online. Unfortunately, somebody... I didn't connect apparently online, and somebody spawned in right where I'm spawned, and hopefully they'll push back soon. That's what I'm kind of hoping for, because I was way too lazy to get off and respawn in another gate. So hopefully they'll push back soon, and then we can go ahead and relog onto VATSIM. So thank you guys so much for sticking with me. Thank you guys so much for being here either way. I know this is a very, very late stream, in not only from, you know, I was supposed to start at 7:30, but usually I start streaming like 5:30ish, so this is definitely going to be a late night stream, so I do apologize for that, but I was very determined to at least fly this once the day it was released. But we'll definitely get to do some more flights in the future when I have more time. I really do appreciate you guys being here. Like I said, Marco, thank you so much for 6 months on membership. I believe you are the longest standing member, so I really do appreciate that. We're in the flight beam. We're in the flight beam Denver, and then we're going to over to what's it called? FS Dream Team Chicago O'Hare. Got some rain in the area here in Denver, and yeah, we're going to be heading over to Chicago O'Hare. Let's go ahead and start getting things set up. So this is basically like any normal 777. I mean, nothing really has changed as far as like the way you fly the plane or anything like that. So let's go ahead and do our normal flows. Let's see if I can get try to remember the key command. Nope. Try to remember the key command for the flashlight. Oh well. Let's just go ahead and let's just, oh boy, it's too dark. Okay, here's what we're gonna do. Let's go ahead and open up the menu. Actually, wait. Hold on. What am I doing? We have an iPad now. Let's go ahead and go over here. We'll go to ground operations. So apparently they changed all of the... So let's do air conditioning and ground power. So apparently they changed all of the sounds and everything like that. So this is basically supposed to be even more redone than the 777-300ER. So we'll go ahead and get that going here. And you can definitely hear the new sounds. Definitely sounds good. Because I know a lot of people were complaining about the sounds with the 300ER. Everyone's wanting Boris to do a sound pack, but we'll see how PMDG does with their new sounds. Alright, I believe it's United 475 who's in my spot. So I'm trying to keep an eye on him on the other screen. So this one's the Pratt & Whitney. So United Airlines, before the merger in 2010 or whenever that was, before the merger, United had 777-200ERs with Pratt & Whitneys. Continental Airlines had 777-200ERs with General Electric engines. So that's how you know if you're ever flown on a 777 before, especially with United. If the engines are General Electric, that means that it was an ex-Continental bird. And if it was, if you have Pratt & Whitney's, that's how you know it's a original United Airlines aircraft. So this is going to be the Pratt & Whitney's. Let's go ahead and get the fuel pumps on as well. Everything is good. It's kind of a lights out philosophy here. Not going to worry about too many like checklists or anything like that. Just kind of wanting to get out of here as soon as possible. Let's go ahead and set up our flight bag here. You do not have here. I believe I do though. It says I do. Okay, whatever. Let's go ahead and request. Oh, I forgot it's a new aircraft, so we got to redo all this here. Sim brief alias. Let's go here. I believe it's that one. Save. Home. There we go. Perfect. What's the flight time? Give me 1 second here. Let's look. According to the SimBrief, airtime's like 1:56, so not too bad. Around 2 hours. Cruising at 39,000 feet today. So. Alright, that's all good there. Let's come down to the FMC. I'm trying to see what these menus do. That doesn't open. Okay, EFIS control, display. Okay, so no new menus. Alright, let's go ahead and go over here. We'll go to KDEN. And we'll plug that in. We'll go to next page. Or actually, let's grab the GPS position here. Pull it down. There we go. We'll go to route and we'll go ahead and request our route from SimBrief. We'll set our payload and we'll set our fuel and then we'll set our route and we'll go ahead and pull in the route. Let's go ahead and get the seatbelt signs on and let's go ahead and also get some catering going here. Apparently Southwest is doing our catering. Thank you, Southwest. Appreciate it. Shout out Southwest Virtual Airlines. All right, there we go. We got our uplink in. Let's go ahead and activate that. And actually, first we'll load it. There we go. Should be loading in there. Perfect. All right, let me pull up charts on the other, or not charts, but the weather and stuff like that on the other side here. So Denver ATIS information is no, VATSIM ATIS. Interesting. Did they get offline? Yeah, there's no more ATC. Gotcha. Oh well. All right, let's go to real life ATIS then. They're taking off runway 25. Are we able to take 25? I think so, right? We should be able to. I think so. Yeah, exactly. Marco, Southwest and United got together. Let's go runway 25. We'll depart off of runway 25. No idea if a 777 could take off runway 25. I'm pretty sure they do. I don't think it's like San Francisco where they have to take a different runway. United, it's going to be 910 is our flight plan today. Let's pull over our init. We'll load in our 0 fuel weight. That's all good there. We'll accept that thrust limitation. Let's go ahead and start programming our takeoff. What's this new weight and balance? Okay, cool. So we got quick loading, precise loading. Interesting. Import weight and balance. So you could go ahead and change this. I'm guessing you could pull it in through SimBrief if you didn't want to do. If you want to do it like manually, you could choose all the different things. I mean, that's cool. That's a cool feature that they added in. This is a new feature for the EFB. Let's go to, where was I going to go? Performance tool. And we'll do runway 25 right here. And it's wet outside, so we'll do wet. And we'll import from the aircraft, we'll import the weather, and we'll calculate that. And the select temp is going to be 36, flaps 5 for departure, okay? So it's going to be select temp 36, and it's going to be climb, takeoff 2. Does that mean climb 2? I think that means climb 2. Alright, let's go ahead and go flaps 5. We'll set the CG in here, and it's 132, 138, so 132. 138 for the V2, or the excuse me, the rotate, and then V2 is 140. Perfect. All right, there we go. Let's go ahead and go over to legs. Let's go to route. Let's go ahead and load our wins. Click the 777 text. You know you can move the iPad. Oh, I did see that. I just didn't know how. Click the 777 text. Up here somewhere? Where's the 777 text? Got the pen here. Is it up here? Go to the CDU. Oh, you can. Oh, I see what you mean. Okay, so CDU Boeing 777. That's right. You could move it here. I do remember that. And then do you just click it again? You are completely right, Marco. Thank you. Appreciate it. All right. I forgot you could do that. I remember you could do that. I remember that was a new feature. And then you just come over here and click this again, or what? Am I tripping? Doesn't let me click. Hello? Or do I just click over here again, maybe? Yeah, okay, that's what it is. You click over there. Gotcha. Alright. We got that all set up anyways. We loaded in the winds. Let's go to VNav, and let's go to the descent winds. We'll forecast and load the forecast winds as well. Keeping an eye on VATSIM. See if this guy moves. Oh, I think he did push back. Hurry, guys. We gotta hurry. Let's take a look here. Yet again, shout out Southwest for the catering. Oh yeah, I did. Look, that's weird that he's not model matched for whatever reason. Oh, nice. The classic brand new airplanes. The GSX doesn't have a profile, or at least I didn't install one. Maybe that's on me. But we got this service door open. Nice. All right. Let's go ahead and start our boarding process as well. Open right entry door. Actually, I'm not even going to worry about the boarding process. That's going to take 10,000 hours. Once it's open the door, though, I'll do that for them. Let's go here. Let's go to door management. It says one. So we'll open up that, close that, open up that one. You getting fresh air in the cabin? Yeah, exactly. That's true. Nice cold air. Alright, let's go do the magic barrel ref key. And since we are done there, let's go ahead and hit the start button. Hey, Desi. Did they change the cabin? I think a little bit. Let's come back to the window. Oh. Apparently this window view is blocked when it's, interesting. Okay. I mean, we could look at it more once we're in the air, but this is what we got so far. I don't think you can change the cabin lights, can you? Let's change it. Hold on. Let's gander here. Wait, I think you can, can't you? Isn't it like in here though? Cabin lights. Yup. Let's do full and full. That's not full. Says it's at 100%. Am I lying? Oh. Full. I mean, I guess it's brighter. No, I don't think it's through the flight attendant panel, because I think, okay, why don't we just have the door open? Are they done with catering? I thought I closed that door. What was happening? Are they done? Alright, let's come back up here and close this door. Door management. It won't let me close it. Door management. That one close. Close. There we go. Closing. Now it says opening. Click it once. Close. Closing. Okay, I think it's closed. Okay. There we go. Alright. Perfect. There we go. Let's get the terrain up. And we're cruising up to what's it called? 390. So we'll go ahead and set this up here. Up to 390. 390, and we'll set V2, which is 140. Let's go ahead and set that 140 here. If you guys haven't already, make sure to hit that like button. Make sure to hit that subscribe button. I usually have a face cam, but unfortunately I had to use my USBs for my throttle and my rudder pedals, so I appreciate it. We'll definitely be doing some more live streams with this plane soon. Definitely going to be doing a long haul, so stay tuned for that. Make sure to join the Discord to see all the polls and to get to vote for different things that we will be doing with this plane in the future here. Yeah, I don't think they did, honestly. Going back to it, Marco, I don't think they really did. I know it's a late night stream. Let's go ahead and try to get to 20 likes by the time we land in Chicago. That's going to be the goal. Yeah, I mean, maybe. I'll definitely have to check out the 2024 version. Unfortunately, 2024 has just been super stuttery for me, and I don't know if that's just because I've had installed sceneries that just don't cooperate well with 2024, so it gives me stutters, even though, excuse me, I'm not in those sceneries. That's the only thing I could think of. But I'm going to have to figure out 2024 and how to make it smoother. The new op center does look good. We can go ahead and take a look at that while we're waiting. Is catering done, though? Oh, they're waiting for us to close the doors. Of course they are. Okay, close. Close. I was going to hit close all. It was definitely easier to install. Like, it already so I bought it, like I said, at work. While I was at work, I went on my laptop, I literally bought it, and then I already had this installed. So by the time I got home, all I had to do is literally, it said uninstalled, and all I had to do is just click it and it installs it. You don't have to do any serial numbers, anything like that, which is kind of nice. It's kind of nice not to do serial numbers. And then if you want to install liveries, like, you just choose the 2020 version or the 2024 version, and you just literally just come down here, and then boom, you just install liveries whenever you want, which is kind of nice. It's all in one place, which is super awesome. You don't have to worry about you know, going to a whole separate area, and you can do install all or import. So I think it's really modernized, and they did a really good job with that part for sure. I don't know about you guys, dude, but I was literally looking at the PMDG Discord server while I was at work too, and holy crap, dude, it was a shit show for the release. People were very upset that the servers couldn't hold as many oh, this is Dreamliner, as many downloads as it should. Bro, what is... Okay, I'm gonna reset this, bro, low-key. Because what is this doing? Oh my god, do I have to I have to open up this door for him back here. Yeah, people were excited. They got in. Yep, I had to, bruh. I messed it up. So far, so good, Jacob. I would say so far, so good. I mean, it's just like the 777-300 ER so far, but the sounds have definitely improved as far as like the startup sounds. Like, I feel like that's definitely improved. I think once we take off, I have this nice. Once this door closes, there's a nice in front of the engine view and a behind the wing view here. So we'll get some good sound clips for the Pratt & Whitney engines at least. But yeah, people were super excited, and like everyone's just really upset that, you know, the servers can handle it. It's basically just like the 777-300 ER release, which I understand. One that the release was just hard because a lot of people want this airplane, right? A lot of people anticipated this airplane, wanted this plane, and so when it finally came out, obviously that's going to put a strain on the servers, which it did. And a lot of people were upset with that. And I understand why they were upset with it, and I understand that maybe they just weren't planning on it being that big of a release. But the only issue that I have is it was just as big, if not bigger, than the 777-300 ER release, and it seemed like it was the exact same as far as the amount of traffic, yet they weren't prepared again for this release, which kind of sucks. Kind of sucks that people had to pause downloads and stuff like that. But I think that's with all companies. I don't think it's just PMDG. I think, you know, every company, when there's a big release like this, you know, obviously it's going to be a semi shit show when it comes to installing and getting your product. I'm curious to see what it's going to be like for the Synaptic A220, because I feel like the A220 is going to be another one of those big releases. I think it's just going to be like the max release where it's a brand new aircraft that no one's ever really done before in this way. So I think it's going to be an interesting release. You're still waiting to get your MCDU on pre-order? Damn, you're still waiting? I was going to try to get a 777 a FMC, but unfortunately the tariffs and everything like that hit, so and they stopped shipping from China. So I think they're sending over some stuff to the United States warehouses, but that's it for now. A220 is nice because it ain't long. Yeah, exactly. I'm going to try to partner up with them and try to get a preview, big content creator for them and try to get that because is it this year for I think so. I don't know. They didn't say a release date. They just said they're going to be doing a more in-depth live stream type of update in May. And they said in their server it's going to be most likely the end of May, not really the beginning of May. So we'll see. We'll see if it's going to release this year. It looks really good as far as the screenshots go, and the systems and the cockpit. It looks really good. So it looks like it's pretty good as far as a release contender. I think it looks really good. Catch me doing a lot of breeze ops in that plane for sure. For the A220, I want to say in like the 60s or 70s, maybe. Yeah, I would say 60s or 70s. Like high 60s, low 70s, I would say. Because there's going to be two variants, right? So it's going to be the A220-300 and the A220-100. The 100 is going to be free updates. You have to keep that in mind. That it's going to be two aircraft for the price of one, kind of deal. That's not going to be a paid, different plane. Plus, it's going to be for 2020 first, I believe, and then they're going to make it for 2024. I don't know if they're going to make it for 2024 on release or not, but that's another thing. That's true, but they're also partnered with Inibuilds, so we have to take into account what would any builds pay where aircraft narrow body be worth. What was the A350, like 70? Okay, I think they're ready for me to close the door. Let's go ahead and take a look. Yeah, 75. So, I mean, I guess 60 would be pretty fair. Alright, cool. Now we're able to close the door. And yet again, this door is not closing. It definitely has to be GSX then. Bro, this door is not closing. Do I just have to wait? Yeah, that's true. They probably will. They definitely will. Yeah, bro. I'm just gonna fly with it open, get some fresh air. I'm gonna have to, low-key. Alright. Let's go ahead and get RTO. And everything else looks good. We could come off of the ground power. And we could go ahead and we'll close all doors. Ground connections, we'll go ahead and release that, release the ground power. Okay, there we go. I think we should be good now. Now we're going to go ahead and connect the tug and push out here. Battleship Grey livery looks so good on a 777. Same with the Blue Tulip. I think the Blue Tulip is another one that I really like on the 777. Alright, let's make sure parking brake is set. Let's go ahead and take off the chocks here. Yeah, I don't know why this 777 is not loading as a 777. It's loading as an Asobo bird, even though I have my, all of my, what's it called? Model matching done. I don't know about you guys, but something about this fan blade just doesn't look good. I don't know if it's the lighting or the textures or what, but I don't know. Maybe I'm just tripping. Just doesn't look that high resolution. I don't know. I've never really been next to a 777-200 engine like that before, so I don't know what it's supposed to look like. Alright, we'll do a straight pushback here. Engine design does look like shit. I mean, like, I don't know. Does it? Kinda. I don't know. Texture's alright. I mean, I'm just gonna... I'll chalk it up to the time of day. I'll give them the benefit of the doubt. It does kind of look plastic to me. I wasn't sure if that's just me or... like... I don't know. Hold on. Let's just do this while they connect. Like... a big update or a big thing that was happening in the Discord was the spoilers and how they looked. I guess on mod like showed what the spoilers look like when you open up the spoilers here, what this looks like. Obviously it's dark so you can't really see, and like everyone was going off saying it didn't look good at all, but they were trying to show off that it did look good even though it doesn't. They were going off, they were going crazy. Alright. Real quick here, let's go ahead. I want to look at fuel. Do we have... no, we don't have anything in center tanks. Gotcha. So that's why we don't need these. Cool. Next, let's go ahead and take a look at checklists here. Let's go ahead and run through this real quick. Oxygen, that's good there. Flight deck door, MCP, takeoff speed, CDU, trim, taxi, takeoff briefings are good. and we'll wait for the before taxi. All right, let's go ahead and take off the brake here, and we'll go ahead and push her back. Looks like everyone's online in the West Coast, but nothing for Chicago yet. All right, let's go ahead and push back here. I always say this, but Phoenix does a good job at making sure it looks real and not like plastic. All their designs, like PMDG and inibuilds. Yeah, I mean that's well. I kind of am down to take a look at the A220 breakdown in Cruise, even though it has nothing to do with this plane. We'll look at the cabin one. We'll definitely go back to the cabin and take a look at what it looks like. I don't think they really changed anything, so spoiler alert there. But I want to go ahead and take a look at the A220 screenshots and kind of take a deeper look at that to see what you guys think. But let's go ahead and start number 1 here, or number 2. It's early, but I'm gonna put fuel in just so we could just hear the sounds without me having to go back and forth. Is the PMDG startup sounds that quiet? Or the 777 200ER startup sounds that quiet? Am I just used to like the Max and like louder startup sounds? That seemed very quiet. Maybe that's real. I don't know. I haven't really flown on a 777 before. All right, there we go. We got one engine down. Let's go ahead and set parking brake. Let's go ahead, cause what? Let me double check. Yeah, some sounds are all the way up. So, what do you guys say? Should we do a startup for engine number 1 on the outside? See what those sounds are like. We'll see. Boris definitely has denied making a sound pack and doing all that, but all right, let's go to the outside here, and we'll just go right here, right next to the engine, and we'll go ahead and start it up. And like I said before, I'm just gonna go ahead and introduce fuel now, just so I don't have to go back and forth. Oh, you don't have to wait to introduce fuel? Oh, gotcha, bet. I don't know, to me it just doesn't sound like loud and like, oh my god, a big engine. I am so used to 7.3. I guess like there a little bit. What do you guys think? Rate the startup sounds out of 5. It just doesn't sound like a big engine, like a 777 engine starting up. Maybe I'm used to the General Electric engines. Maybe it's just a Pratt Whitney thing. Out of 5, what do you guys think of the startup sounds? You got the iconic 777 flap noise though. Definitely room for improvement. I agree. I think if, obviously if Boris made a sound pack, it would be incredible. But I don't know if he is or not. Alright. Flaps 5, both engines started. That's looking all good there. Let's go ahead and get our taxi light to on. And we'll get taxiing here. Recall is checked. Anti-ice, flight controls, ground equipment is clear. Alright, there we go. Now we're cruising idle here. If you guys haven't already, make sure you hit that like button, make sure you hit that subscribe button. We're on our way to 1.5k subscribers. Really do appreciate that. Alright guys, here we go. Special thing here.
Features of this Boeing 777 airplane. We appreciate your complete attention to this important safety information.
If you're seated in an exit row, you may be required to assist the crew in an emergency. If you're unable to perform the functions described on the safety card, please advise a flight attendant for reseating at the end of this video.
To fasten your seatbelt low and tight across your lap, insert the metal fitting into the buckle. Tighten the belt by pulling on the loose end of the strap. To release your seatbelt, lift the buckle flap. When the seatbelt sign is illuminated, immediately be seated and buckle up. To ensure your safety, your seatbelt should be fastened at all times when you are seated.
So that's one thing I didn't know either, is that
each side of the airplane
Pratt & Whitney engines have EPR.
That automatically inflate. Each exit is marked with a sign overhead. The main doors open by moving the large handle in the direction of the arrow.
No ads here.
Be sure to jump into the slide with your legs in front of you. When you're on the ground, move away from the airplane. In the event of a water landing,
I treated myself to some YouTube Premium.
Detach from the airplane and are used for flotation.
Look around to locate the two exits nearest your seat. In some cases, your nearest usable exit may be behind you.
In an evacuation, exit path lights will illuminate to guide you to an exit.
A life vest equipped with a water-activated light is located under or near your seat. It can be identified by a red tab.
Yeah, it's a good investment.
Do not remove it unless directed by a flight attendant. If needed, pull the red tab to remove the vest. Tear open the pouch, remove and unfold the vest. To secure the vest, slip it over your head. Pull the straps from the back and attach the hooks to the ring in front. Pull the waist straps away from you until they are tight around your waist.
All right, we'll go ahead and get
in
the
an
AQ
emergency,
off.
Exit the airplane and only then inflate the vest by
takeoff
pulling
flaps
down
5,
sharply
let's
on
get
one
there.
of the red tabs. If additional flotation is needed, pull the second red tab. You can also inflate the vest by blowing into the tubes.
If needed, oxygen masks will drop from above your
Drinking
seat.
some LaCroix.
To start the flow of oxygen, firmly pull a mask toward you to extend the plastic tubing. Place the mask over your nose and mouth, slip the elastic band over your head, and tighten the straps as necessary. Although the bag does not inflate, oxygen will flow to the mask. Secure your mask before helping others and continue using until directed by a crew member.
United Airlines is a non-smoking airline. U.S. law prohibits tampering with, disabling, or destroying lavatory smoke detectors. U.S. law also requires customers to comply with all lighted signs, placards, and crew member instructions.
Wasn't paying attention.
Please ensure your carry-on items and tray tables are stowed, your seat back is in its full upright position, headrest stowed, and your seatbelt is securely fastened. Be sure that laptop computers, cell phones, and all personal electronics are turned off and properly stowed. If an emergency evacuation becomes necessary, leave all carry-on items behind.
All right, guys,
if
what
you
we
have
got?
any
6.
questions regarding safety, please ask a flight attendant.
8
On
likes
behalf of
now.
your flight crew,
All right,
thank you for your
guys,
attention to
let's get the
safety.
10 likes before
It's our
takeoff.
pleasure
Let's
to
get the
have
10
you
likes.
aboard,
Anybody out there,
and we
come on.
hope you enjoy your
Let's get the
flight
likes up.
on United.
We got 1.17k subs. Let's go, guys. Slowly but surely growing. Slowly but surely growing. I like it. I like it. Good job, guys. Appreciate you. Let's try to get the 10 likes before takeoff here. Let's go to the door menu and we'll hit arm all. There we go. We'll get the doors auto message. All right. Let's get going here. Tomorrow I might not be able to live stream. We'll see if I have the energy to, because I'm working 12 hours tomorrow. So if I get the energy to, I'll definitely try to stream tomorrow night. It'll be a later stream, definitely later stream. It'll probably be around like this time. That's just how my work schedule goes. So unfortunately, there's nothing I can do about it. And then I'm trying to think. I mean, obviously Monday night we'll do a Monday night stream. We go ahead and keep that schedule going. But I'm going to try to add some more evening streams. But unfortunately, it will have to be a little bit later due to my work schedule. If you're able to make it, go ahead and obviously come aboard. But if not, I totally understand. I understand that it's kind of an awkward time. But unfortunately, that's just kind of what I have to deal with. If like I only have probably 2 days a week that I could stream at a normal time. All right. Let's see if we can line up here. All right, here we go. Oops. Forgot there's a... These are the default PMDG sounds. It is a toga, right? It has a toga departure. What are we thinking of these sounds? The Pratt Whitneys. V1. Rotate. Buzzer ready, climb. Gear up. Alright, let's go ahead and go direct here. Oh, I forgot to do. Uh-oh, guys. I may have or may not have forgotten to do our SID and our star. But we're not even going to bother with the SID. We're just going to go right to the star if we have it. Star, Chicago, Fight 3. Myers transition. Myers. And the one that's on 09 Gibbons Shore. Legs. We'll go direct to Myers here. Perfect. Alright, there we go. Let's go ahead and get our flaps up. Rookie mistake by me. My apologies, guys. My apologies. Alright, we're off and away. All right, there we go. We're climbing out. On our way to Chicago. Did you need to did you read the post? No, not yet. I did a little bit on my own, but I was going to kind of go over it in more detail in Cruise. I mean, first we could go ahead and take a look at the cabin if you guys want. I just don't know exactly, you know, if they really did much. Let's go here, cabin lights, manual, full. And hopefully that'll make it easier at least to see. Nope. What's the control for? Alt L. That's what it was. Alright. Oh, is it because there's a curtain here? Oh, there we go. Didn't really change much. Alright, let's go ahead and take a look at the... This looks the same, honestly, to me. What's kind of interesting is the EFB here. It looks like the new United Airlines one. But with the old logo. And it has the new United Airlines credit card. Yeah, the cabin kind of looks the same to me. I had the lights on. Does it take time maybe to like turn on the lights? Because this is 100% brightness and it's like not even bright at all. It looks the same to me. I mean, it's been a while since I've flown the 777-300. I think the last time I flew the 777-300 was when we did the long haul from Newark to, or JFK to Haneda, but it all looks the same, very much the same. Like this, the seats look good. Like, I'm not saying they look bad by any means. I just think the cabin lighting needs to be way better, because this is apparently 100%, because I have it set to manual and it's at 100% right now, and it's like, it's dark. Like, if I turn off my flashlight, this is what it looks like with 100% brightness. I don't know. So there's all the business first class seats. Got the curtain here, and we got economy plus here. That's a cool view. Alright, we got economy plus here. Yeah, it all looks the same to me, like the 777-300. I mean, the seats are okay, like they're fine, but I think PMDG just strives to make their aircraft more realistic in the cockpit and flying than they do with the pretty stuff like modeling textures and interior design, I think. Yeah, it's the exact same as the 300, nothing new here. Yeah, like no labs or anything like that, or crew rest areas, nothing. And again, not everything has to be like iFly or inibuilds or anything like that, but obviously I feel like there's a niche for it, you know what I mean? I feel like people would want to see something like that, but yeah, that's that. At least there is a cabin, yeah, 100%. I don't know if it's different, you know, like I said, I only am flying the 2020 version, just because it's the most stable for me right now, and like with stutters and stuff like that in 2024, it just kind of makes more sense for me personally to keep those on, and we'll keep this off. There we go. It just makes more sense for me to fly in 2020, at least for the first flight here. I'll say iFly changed the game when it comes to cabin and our expectations. Oh yeah, 100%. I think we do need to check our expectations. Obviously iFly, like you said, changed the game when it came to that with opening and closing freaking shades and opening closing what's it called, overhead bins. Like, they did the whole enchilada when it came to what you could do in the flight simulator, and it's crazy because that's literally what you could do in 2020. And I feel like inibuilds or inibuilds in the A350 kind of exposed what you could do in 2024 when it came to the exterior walk around mode and opening up panels and stuff like that. So I think that's going to be really cool that people like Phoenix, for example, are definitely going to be using that in their new big Phoenix update or whatever. I think that's going to be super. That's going to be a really cool feature that they're going to add on to the A320 family when they do the big Phoenix update. So that would be super exciting to see. So I'm going to go ahead and pull up the A220 update here. And especially because we were just talking about how Inibuilds does their stuff. And since Synaptic is partnering up with Inibuilds, let's go ahead and be the judge on how realistic this plane is. And I think, sincerely, I work for Breeze as a ground agent or a ramp agent. So I see especially the exterior of an A220-300 like nearly every day. I see the exterior of an A220-300 nearly every day, up close, next to the landing gear, next to the bag, or next to the cargo bins, next to the, all that. And I've done times where there's RONs or the remain overnights where I've been on board an aircraft and I've been in the cabin and I've been in the cockpit of an A220 before, so I definitely know the ins and outs of what it should look like, the details and stuff like that are. So let's go ahead and pull this up and you let me know what you think. Obviously it's a lot of words and a lot of pretty pictures, so I won't go too much into the words. I think I really just want to look at the pictures again, to be honest. Basically, in a sense, they're talking about all the realistic things that they're doing with the aircraft. But you can see there the glare shield. I mean, just look at this. Let's go ahead and put this here. I mean, look at that. I mean, this looks so good. These are the first screenshots we've gotten that's not like a 3D render. That's awesome. I'm super excited for this plane, guys. I mean, it looks awesome. So like right here, like for example, I mean, just look at that. Look at the reflections on the spoilers here. Look at all the inner mechanisms and everything of these spoilers. Dude, that looks awesome. The rivets on the... Wow. Look at that. This view is awesome. It looks really good. And then here you can see the flaps and all the intricate details. Yeah, man. That looks awesome. That looks awesome. One thing that I did notice in these pictures is, like, for example, here. Is there a way to zoom in? I don't know how to zoom in, but like these windows look pretty 2D in my opinion. Maybe that's just the screenshot, but maybe they're still working on the interior cabin. Who knows? I don't know. Like, especially at this time of the screenshot. So maybe once they do the interior cabin, it won't look so 2D-ish as far as the windows go. Anyway, like, this looks so good, dude. This looks so good, especially with that lighting. Oh my god, dude. Wow. That looks really good, man. Yeah, it is very 2D when it comes to the windows. Maybe that's just because they're still working on the cabin when this was taken, for the screenshot was taken. But dude, it looks amazing. Here's the infamous Guac registration, LAX. Wow, man. I mean, this looks good. I mean, look at the gear and everything. My favorite part was this screenshot right here, the tire. Because, like, dude, you could read everything on this. Like, all like this, all the writing on it. If we were able to zoom in a little bit more, we could see all that and actually get a literally read everything that's on the tire, and the textures make it look like a dirty tire. It looks so good. I see this engine every day, like I said, working. I always, like, whenever I'm bored or waiting on things, I literally just go right next to the engine right here and just look into the engine bay. So I'm very familiar with this area in particular of the aircraft. Yeah, I'm thinking about taking a screen or a picture tomorrow when I'm at work of like kind of this shot right here. To kind of do a side by side. I feel like that'd be really cool. And I'll post it in the Synaptic Discord. I didn't send them any pics like personally, but I've posted them in their Discord, and I've been trying to do that to kind of get their eyes on me a little bit. Cabin looks, or the cockpit looks nice. Now I want WinWing to do like, imagine WinWing doing this autopilot panel, but then instead of doing like the EFIS or whatever, they did like the radio panel right here. I feel like that'd be really cool. If it would be like an A220 autopilot panel plus the radio panels. No, not for model references, no. No. I haven't been in contact with them as far as developing this plane goes. Unfortunately, all the lights are in the European configuration, so up towards like the back of the plane, like going up, is on. Of course, in the United States and Boeing, pushing it down, like as far as landing lights go and everything, that is on. So definitely have to get used to that, but this looks good. I mean, I have pictures of the cabin too. I think the cockpit textures are not as finished as the exterior model is. I think they're working from the outside in. I think there's definitely some work to do as far as like textures go, because it does look a little bit plasticky. I know it's a brand new aircraft, so it's kind of, you know, expected, but there's the APU. I see this, like I said, almost every day, so it looks exactly like that. It looks very good. Man, this looks very, very good. I'm super excited for it, man. Super excited for it. So we got Navigraph here. So you must be authentic in Navigraph. Just go ahead and do that. I like how it's like within like the system. Like it looks like it's supposed to be a part of the A220 instead of it being like completely separated. It's nice because you can load new databases. So I think it's kind of like the PMDG where you can just load up the latest Navigraph data maybe. Look at this pre-flight, first flight of the day. I love the checklist system that they have in it. I love this checklist system that they have where like you choose, is it the first flight of the day, yes or no, and then you can just boom go through these different items. Which is really cool because the real life A220 pilot, when we were like extremely delayed, he had me come up to the cockpit. I mean, we were just talking and he was showing me all the checklists and stuff like that. And he's like, it literally makes like check rides and stuff like that with emergencies that much easier because you're able just to do this. Yeah, 100%, Marco. Especially, like you said, this is going to be one of their first planes, if not their first plane. Like they want to make sure they're getting this right. Like they don't want to leave it up to they don't want to leave it to like rushing it and then they just ruin their name forever and then they're just going to be known for rushing planes. You know what I mean? So I'm glad they're taking their time. A lot of people said, "Oh, this project's dead." I didn't really believe it at all. I knew they were still working on it, and I'm glad they still are, because they're killing it when it comes to this. Everything looks so good. So you got flight plan, database, position, perf, ETP in it. Got departures, arrivals, so it looks really cool, man. It looks really good. Love all the dust particles and the scratches and stuff. These cockpit textures look a little bit more finished than these ones, or the ones like these ones maybe. I don't know. Maybe I'm just tripping. But these ones look, I don't know if it's just because it's really close up, but this one, like these textures look a lot more finished. Before taxi, PTU on, APU as required, anti-ice, cowl, auto, flaps, nose, PTU, auto. Nice. All the checklists, auto brake, Knows wheel steering. Yeah, dude, look at that. Looks so good. Looks so good. Flying over Toronto. Anyway, that's all that. I mean, you could go ahead and read the text. They're basically just talking about all how in depth they're going to be going and how there's going to be an update, a future update in May. So, yeah, man, it's super exciting what they're doing over there. So I'm super excited, and hopefully, like I said, if once it gets close, I'll be selected as one of the content creator partners. That'd be a huge deal for me. I would love. I'm gonna fly the crap out of that for sure. Time to sleep? Alright, Jacob. I appreciate you stopping in, even if it's just for a little bit, man. I appreciate you very, very much. I really do appreciate it. We'll see if we get a live stream going to, tomorrow night or maybe Saturday night. Probably not. I can't do it Saturday night. We'll see. We'll see when we get this stream going. Work is going to be busy for the next couple of days, so we'll see. Hopefully, obviously Monday night will be our normally back to our normal scheduled program. We'll be able to get a stream out to you guys. Thank you, Jacob. I appreciate you, man. Good night. Good night, Marco. How's it going, bro? Alright, let's go progress here. So we're getting in at 0619. I had to get up at 5 o'clock tomorrow morning. I have work at 6:45 in the morning. I was determined, dude. So I'm getting there in an hour and a half. Almost 2 hours. Oh, Lord, man. What do I do for virtual planes, man? What do I do? Crazy. To the Knicks win. You know the Knicks win. Damn, bro, they did. So Celtics play the Knicks on Monday. All right. I'm hoping the Celtics could break through the second round. The developers at Synaptic are roasting. PMDG. Crazy, man. Crazy, crazy, crazy. Vibing on our way to Chicago. Alright, boys. BRB, give me 1 second. I need dinner. But I don't know what to get for dinner. Hmm. Is pizza the way to go? I don't know. Where's McDonald's? Get some nuggies quick. McDonald's has crispy strips now. What the frick? Getting in Mickey D's, boys. Get some nuggies. Alright. Let's see. Progress. Chicago. Guess we could see when top of descent would be. Or would it show us position report? No. So, Benir. Data. So that's 0530. So, like 30 minutes. 40 minutes. We'll hit top of descent. Not bad. Where's the music stop? Dang, my Google Chrome froze. me try this again. Sorry guys, hold on. Let me try this. There we go. Should be a little bit better at least. Here, special 26080 broken. Damn, bro. I thought her 2975. What the frick? Oh, we have a VATSIM one. We have ATC in Chicago. Oh shoot, we got Chicago Center online, boys. I'll go ahead and turn that on. Oh shoot, we got Chicago Center online, boys. Alright. Arrival is going to be 28 center, so let's go ahead and program that in then. Let's do next page. Am I tripping? Did I miss it? Hello? Oh my god. Arrivals. There we go. 28 center. Let's 28 center. Vlogger. Or Vogler. Alright. There we go. Go to Mayor's. FOD. Route data. And it's going to be like right before. Like right after FOD and in between Myers. So FOD's gonna be at, so probably like 0520 is probably when we're gonna be hitting Chicago Center. We'll put them in the standby here. It's 134,875. 134. 875. All right. Now we're just cruising along here. Whoa. I've bumped around there. Anybody still here? Just curious. While we're just vibing on our way to Chicago. Got my McNuggets on the way from my homie Marco with the DoorDash. Who's here? Who's with me? Who's vibing? Who's chilling? almost approaching FOD. Bro, my nuggies are not getting here till 10:23, bro. Why? Bro, hasn't even picked it up yet, bro. Oh, my nuggies. Bro, how is McDonald's not done? Okay. He picked it up. I was about to say, bro, how long does it take to make 10 nuggies? Alright. He's on his way. 10:21. Alright. We got some time, boys. Bro, now Minneapolis Center is going online. 133.4. Whoa, what the hell? Bro, no way turbulence is that bad up here. Is it? No. Just visibility stuff, but nothing like that. Alright, Minneapolis Center wants to talk to us. Let's talk to them. Minneapolis Center, United 910 Heavy, flight level 3900. I think I have to close out this. I need to close out view probably because I think it doesn't like it when I turn off and on my mic. Let's try this again. Minneapolis Center, United 910 Heavy, flight level 3900.
American 919, Minneapolis Center, ident.
he talking about us? Because we're definitely not. Oh no. Or is it 919? Never mind. Going from Miami to freaking Anchorage. That's crazy. That's crazy. Alright, on arrival into Chicago, looks like bottom altitude is 11,000.
United 910, Minneapolis.
9910, have you go ahead?
Yes, sir, United 910, reset transponder squawk 2761.
2761. United 910.
Correction, United 910, squawk 3404, my apologies.
3404, United 910.
United 910, radar contact level 390, does that maintain level 280?
Does that maintain level 280, United 910? Let's set to that. Set to normal. What is it saying it's mode C though? Don't know why it wouldn't be mode C. Alright guys, my nuggies just got in. I might have to go get them real quick.
Minneapolis Center, Delta 1965, it's your level 350. Await information, Foxtrot. Delta 1965, Minneapolis Center, radar contact. Descend via the Torquay 3 arrival, runway 30 right. Minneapolis altimeter 2977. Descend via the Torquay 3.
Yo, what's up, D1 Navigator? Welcome aboard, man.
Runway
Slowly but surely making our way to Chicago.
5 right. Runway 30 right. 30 right.
I'm waiting for the transfer to the center. Do you think I have time to go get my nuggies real quick? Downstairs? Maybe I do. Maybe I could go try.
Minneapolis Center, good evening, Sky Georgia 218 Delta, flight level 340, direct Chewy. Sky Georgia 218 Delta, Minneapolis Center, good morning. Good morning. Attention aircraft, Minneapolis Airport arrival information. Golf is now current altimeter 2978. No significant changes.
Minneapolis Center Delta 121, off of runway 4, Alpha, looking to taxi back to runway 4 for departure.
The cam back. Hope I didn't miss a call.
Delta 121 Heavy, Minneapolis Center. Roger, I didn't see you on your takeoff roll there. I was just going through the clearances. Minneapolis currently departing 308. You able to reprogram for 308?
Possibly. I'll have to run performance. I may need a longer one.
Okay, yeah, if you need runway 4, just let me know, but we're currently departing 308. I can accommodate 4 if you need a longer runway.
Copy, I'll be back in just a moment with that.
Yeah, real world 4 is closed, but I can accommodate a 4 departure for you if you need it. United 910, contact Chicago Center 134.87, bye-bye.
Over to center, have a good one. Chicago Center, United 910 Heavy, descending under flight level 350, going to 280.
United 910, Chicago Center, cross B-Hawk at maintain flight level 240.
Cross B-Hawk at flight level 240. United 910 Heavy.
Southwest 3479, contact Chicago approach 119.0, good day.
19 nothing, Southwest 3479, excellent ATC, thank you so much, good night.
You have a good one.
Alright. Slightly below our VNAV path, but that's fine.
United 910, delete all speed restrictions on the arrival. Maintain 300 knots or greater at flight.
Oh, wow. Delete all speed restrictions, maintain 300 knots or greater. United 910 Heavy. I like this controller already. Getting it nice and fast. Oh.
United 910, descend via the Flight 7 arrival, be here altimeter 2976.
Descend via the Flight 7 and altimeter 2996.
2976, 2976.
2976, United 910 Heavy.
American 240 radar service, correctional radar contact lost. United 261, contact Minneapolis Center 133.4, good day.
33.4, 261, good day.
United 910, contact Chicago approach 119.0, good day.
1190, have a good one. United 910 Heavy. Chicago approach, United 910 Heavy, descending via the Flight 7 departure, or arrival.
United 910, Chicago approach, the altimeter 297, 6 information uniform, respect ILS 28 Center.
Respect the ILS 28 Center, United 910 Heavy. Alright, we'll do flaps 30. Put that in there, there we go.
United 276 Heavy, 28 right to full left, line up and wait, and wind 2505.
Okay, check the winds, line up and wait only, runway 28 right, United 276 Heavy.
United 276 Heavy, flying Q90, runway 28 right, clear for takeoff.
Okay, United 276 Heavy's on the roll, runway 28 right, turn right heading 290, maintain 5,000 after takeoff, United 276 Heavy on the roll.
Southwest 3479 vacating at Bravo, going to Bravo 14. I think we blocked you. Southwest 3479 vacating at Bravo, going to Bravo 14.
Southwest 3479, I see this joint hotel cross at that 22 that is going to be Tango. Sorry, Hotel Tango to the ramp.
Hotel Tango to the ramp, Southwest 3479, cross 2.
Stand there, 9er, heavy right turn, Papa, hold short, 2A right at Golf Golf. Where you parking at?
Alright, Papa, hold to the right.
And Fernand, I'm sorry, say again?
Right turn on Papa and hold short to the right in 9.
Okay, hold short, 2 area Golf Golf, and where you parking at? Delta 287, 2A right, line up and wait. Wind 2505, caution heavyweight turbulence.
Heavyweight turbulence, line up and wait, runway 28 right, Delta 287.
Yeah, 276 heavy, ready to contact, altitude. United 276 Heavy, Chicago departure to contact altitude.
United 276, passing 3.1.
Climb and maintain 15,000, turn left heading 140.
Okay, right turn heading, left turn heading 140, and say the altitude again?
15,000.
15,000, moving up.
Stand there, 9er, heavy, where you parking at?
I don't know where I'd park. Can you please say a gate for me?
Okay, I gave you a right turn on Papa the whole short 2A right at the Golf Golf, but it looks like you're proceeding westbound. So let's do this whole short 2A right to Charlie Charlie now.
So to the right, Charlie now, 9.
You got 19 heavy, descend and maintain 10,000, maintain 3009.
Descend, maintain 10,000, maintain 300 knots, United 910 Heavy.
Yeah, 276 heavy, went direct to mobile.
Mobile on course, United 276.
Yeah, 276 heavy, contact Chicago Center, 134.87.
3487, bye-bye. United 910 Heavy, direct to Monks.
Direct to Monks, yeah, 910 Heavy.
Okay, send out Niner, let's do this. Just verify the whole short at to the right, Charlie.
Hold up to that, Charlie, Finland.
So 287, traffic hold position downfill and runway 28 right, fly heading 290, clear for takeoff.
Heading 290, runway 28 right, clear for takeoff, Delta 287.
United 910 Heavy, descend and maintain 7,000, 250 knots.
Descend maintain 7,000, 250 knots. United 910 Heavy.
Delta 287, Chicago departure to contact up.
Shoot, what was the JR?
Delta 287,
Clippers in
Chicago
7.
departure, ready to contact
Damn, bro.
altitude.
Hopefully.
18 for 5, Delta
Hopefully.
287.
I don't know how good the
287, climb
Knicks are
maintain
gonna be though.
15,000.
For
15,000, Delta 287.
Stand there, Niner cross 28 right at Charlie, right turn November.
Cross to at right of Charlie and left turn November, Finland 9.
Delta 287, turn left heading 140.
140, Delta 287.
What was the altitude for United 910 Heavy?
It's going to be 7,250 on the speed.
7,000, thank you. You think we're going to sweep the Knicks? I honestly haven't seen the Knicks play. I haven't watched the Detroit Knicks series at all.
And Standard Niner Heavy is going to be Terminal 5 for you tonight. You can just do this. You can join.
Eastern Conference will be good because I'll be with the Cavaliers most likely.
Oh, repeat please, Finland 9.
They have no bench,
right
really?
Turn right there. Make the first right turn. It's going to be Victor 3 short of Victor.
Right turn November and Victor 3 out of Victor Finland 9.
Alright, let's get the sounds up.
Delta 287, left turn right to mobile.
Direct mobile, Delta 287.
Finland 9, I cannot find Victor.
Okay.
Compared to y'all, dude, we don't have a bench. I don't think. Oops, we don't have a bench. Like the fact that our bench is what? Pritchard, and who else? Who were the other white boys? The Pritchard. Oh my God, the name's on the tip of my tongue. Number 30, Hauser. There's another one.
Sorry, Delta 287.
When Drew Holiday's in, Derek White's sometimes a bench.
134.87.
I just hope Drew Holiday could get healthy and play the rest of the playoffs because he's our big defensive player. And I feel like that's why the series went on for so long.
Yeah, 910 Heavy to maintain 5,000.
Just to maintain 5,000, 910 Heavy. I feel like that's why the series went so long is because we were missing Drew. And he was like our main defense guy, and I felt like Vaquero and Wagner were just able to just pull up to the basket because we just had no defense. But once we get Drew Holiday back in, then we'll actually have good defense again. hell, Ad. Rip.
Finny 9, so can I turn left or right from Bravo to turn taxi the Foxtrot 17 gate?
Go to the Foxtrot gate.
Yes, if it's available.
Or you can expect the third left, you can expect Alpha 10, it'd be better for you in the scenery. So, in there, 9 and left, turn Alpha 10 Alpha, and just hold short of Alpha 7 degrees around.
Left on sunset, Alpha 9.
Within verified intersection. Please verify that the intersection Alpha 10 is going Alpha.
Alpha 10, General Finny 9.
Yeah, 910 is going to maintain 4,000 years discretion.
Down to 4,000 speed art discretion, now 910, or yeah, 910 heavy. Bro, I got breeze in the morning too, bro. I don't know why I'm up right now. I should be asleep.
Then it's going to be a first left there. First left, and join Alpha 10 and then Alpha.
Turn Alpha 10 to Alpha Finny 9.
Over downtown Chicago right now.
Finny 9, I'm turning left or right?
Left turn Alpha.
Left turn Alpha.
Yeah, 910, turn left heading 360.
Turn left heading 360, United 910 heavy.
Then there, 9 contact ramp 131.3 and 2131.3.
Grand 131.3, Finny 9.
United 910 heavy, turn left heading 300, going quick turn.
Left turn 300, United 910 heavy.
And that's when it's going to have to join the wrong placement localizer.
And we'll join the 2-8 center localizer, United 910 heavy. Hopefully we get grease.
Yeah, 910, 72 miles to Hazel, maintain 4,000 to Dallas Center.
Maintain 4,000 and clear to ILS, runway 28 center.
United 910, 28 center cleared to land, wind 2565.
28 center cleared to land, United 910 Heavy.
Approach, good evening, American 689 Heavy, ready to take
2500. American 689, Chicago, first check this morning, verified his uniform.
It is uniform received, American 689.
American 689 Heavy, 2-way right, can you take number 5, you can pull in.
We can do November 5, that's fine.
American 689 Heavy, 2-way at number 5, Alpha 10,
November 5, Alpha 10, 28 right, American 689.
Departure, good morning, Skyway 5275, information uniform with the Echo gates ready for takeoff.
Dallas 5275, 2-way right, 5, uniform, Alpha 7, Bravo 1.
Sorry, again, we were a little bit quiet. Can we get that one more time for Skyway 5275?
Skyway 5275, 2-way right, number 5, uniform, Alpha 7, Bravo 1.
Alright, sorry about that. 2 right, November 5, uniform, Alpha 7, Bravo 1, join November.
Let's hand fly a little bit here.
Wait, Ace, still went to under 5, altitude 2975.
Test 1, 2.
Chicago approach, buenos días, United 501, passing 14,600 for 11,000, information unit.
100. 501 hotel, heavy Chicago, Kirk Island, Lake Center, the officer went 775.
30.
United 75 and expecting runway for landing, which one?
Lake Center, 28 Center.
28 centers, thank you.
Rough. Definitely not the smoothest.
910 head welcome O'Hare. Make the left turn and pop hold short 10 left. Sorry, hold short 2 right, Charlie Charlie.
Right turn on Papa 1 here, and then we'll hold short of 28 right. Want us to go Delta Delta?
Alright, that works. No, sure. 2 right, Delta Delta. Yeah, 910 cross 2 right at Delta Delta. Join Alpha. Quebec. Inform Sat.
Oops. Cross 28 right at Delta Delta, and then Alpha Quebec to the gate.
America 689 heavy 2 right number 5 line up and wait the wind 2605 traffic cross down.
Line up and wait 28 right.
Alright, boys, we made it.
Heavy.
Finally.
United, sorry, American 689 heavy is going to be 2 right, Center number 5, flighting 290, clear for takeoff.
Heading 290, clear for takeoff, 28 right, November 5, American 689 heavy.
Scout 6275, 2 right, Center number 5, line up and wait, wind 2605, caution headway jump, parting Dutch.
2 right, November 5, line up and wait, Scout 5275.
Hey, it's Victor, wind 2605, altimeter 297 far.
Alright, let's go ahead and take a peek now. So that's what it looks like now. That livery. Oh, I don't think we can see it yet, but
Then a 910, contact ramp 131.3, something 31, 131.30.
131.30, have a good one.
Thank you.
Chicago ramp, United 910 heavy, going over to Bravo 2.
United 910 heavy ramp. You can taxi in the Bravo line, Bravo 2.
Bravo line, Bravo 2. United 910 heavy. This frequency is not on. Look, this frequency is not on VPilot. Is this dude just like his friend or something? And he's like, "Yo, be my ramp controller," even though you don't have a frequency. Oh my gosh, that's funny. All right, guys, I'm gonna park this beast, and then we'll be bedtime, and then waking up hella early tomorrow to work again. Here we go. 777, there we go. To the right, left a little bit more. Okay, we'll go ahead and set the brakes. Shut down the engines. There we go. We go turn off the beacon light. Keep the nav light on. And we'll go ahead and request deboarding. Overall, I think this is a nice airplane. Beautiful airplane. I'm excited to finally have the 200ER variant. Did I expect it to be anything different flying-wise, I would say, than the 777-300ER? No. No, definitely not. I think I think people expected this to be something a little bit different. But it's not. I mean, it's the same plane, different variant. But I am really glad to have the 777-200ER variant. Would I pay $77 again? I mean, I don't know. I don't know. $77 for this variant, $77 for the 300ER, and then plus the LR. Let me guess, it's going to be another $77. So, you know, pretty pricey for what you get for sure. But overall, I think it's a great plane. Again, I'm glad to have the 200ER back again. Going to be doing a lot of United ops, especially with the Pratt & Whitney engines, with the newer livery instead of the Battleship Gray. Just wanted to do this one just as the inaugural flight. But yeah, hope you guys enjoyed this live stream. Really do appreciate you guys showing up, even though it's really late at night. Yeah, we'll try to live stream some more next week with this plane. So I appreciate you guys very, very much. Hope you guys have a good one. Make sure to hit that like button and make sure to hit that subscribe button. Have a good one, guys. Peace.